Hi Pailavan, welcome to your reading. So let's find out today what burdens do you need to release before your future spouse enters your life. So we have forgiveness, Hanged Woman, Tower, Eight of Pentacles, Transformation, and we have Friendship. So as usual, first let's check which signs that this reading is for you. You have been stuck between forgiving someone and fully letting go, even though you thought you already moved on. You feel paused in life, like something is on hold or the universe is blocking progress for a reason. You recently had a sudden realization, emotional breakdown, or a moment where everything felt like it collapsed at once. You have been trying to rebuild yourself, your self-worth, or your daily habits from scratch. You have been craving authentic friendships that actually nourish your soul. You also sense major transformation happening inside you, like you are shedding the old version of yourself. You have been guided to slow down, reflect, or surrender control recently. Your intuition has been telling you that you can't meet your future spouse until you release emotional baggage. You have been focusing heavily on personal growth, healing, or skill building. You are also seeking people who uplift you rather than drain you. So if 3 or more of these resonate, then this is your message. So now let's dive into the full explanation of this reading. Okay, I feel like your soul is preparing you for a profound union. But before this love arrives, there are emotional, spiritual, and energetic burdens that must be released. This isn't a small shift, but it's a deep soul recalibration. First of all, I sense that you need to release the weight of old wounds and forgiveness. There is old emotional residue still sitting in your heart. Past betrayals, disappointments, or endings that left the mark. You may intellectually understand what happened, but your heart hasn't fully released the emotional tension around it. And you are still carrying hurt that makes you protect yourself too much, or close off too fast, or assume the worst before the best. So your future spouse is aligned with a version of you who can open your heart peacefully, without anticipating another wound. So this is not just forgiving others, it's forgiving yourself for trusting the wrong people, for staying too long, for allowing yourself to be mistreated in the past, for not seeing your worth sooner. So forgiveness is the doorway that allows your future spouse's energy to enter smoothly. And your heart needs that space, emotional decluttering, before this person arrives. Also, you need to surrender control and allow life to shift you. Because I sense that you are in a phase of spiritual suspension. Your guides have been pausing certain areas of your life, not to punish you, but to help you see everything from a higher dimension. This time of nothing moving is actually divine intervention. You are being guided to slow down, shift your perspective, detach from old expectations, and release control. You cannot enter your union through force, fear, or rushing. Your future spouse meets you at a point where you have learned how to surrender, trust divine timing, and allow rather than push. Right now, the universe is asking you to stop trying to fix everything alone and instead receive the spiritual wisdom that's trying to come through. Also, you need to release the fear of unexpected changes. A recent emotional shakeup or life disruption wasn't a setback, it was a cosmic detox. Something had to break so something more stable could enter. This could have been a breakdown, or a sudden ending, a shocking realization, a loss, or a dramatic shift in your identity. This event was meant to collapse what wasn't aligned with your future spouse's energy. So you must release the fear of change because your love story is connected to a life path that looks different from what you have planned. And your old foundation wasn't strong enough to hold the love you are destined to receive. Also, you need to release self-criticism and opening to self-worth. A major burden you have been carrying is the pressure to perfect yourself. You have been working on yourself, healing, building skills, improving your life, but you sometimes do it from a place of self-judgment rather than self-love. So your guides want you to understand your future spouse doesn't need you to be perfect. They need you to be real, present, open, and ready to grow together. So you must release the need to overwork or prove yourself, the belief that love must be earned through effort, and the fear that if you stop working on yourself for one moment, everything will fall apart. So your relationship is meant to be a space of growth, not performance. Also, you need to release the belief that you must walk your journey alone. I'm seeing there's a deep theme here around friendship and community. You have been carrying the burden of isolation, doing everything alone, not wanting to rely on others, feeling like you don't have people who truly understand you. But before your future spouse enters your life, you must open yourself to connection again, friendship, support, aligned souls. Your future spouse is not meant to be your only emotional support. Your guides want you to build a foundation of community, laughter, shared energy, and uplifting friendships. And this prepares your aura for healthy, independent love, not codependent love. So let go of the belief that being alone keeps you safe. Letting the right people in is part of your transformation. Also release your old self so you can step into your rebirth. You are going through a massive metamorphosis. The universe is reshaping your identity, your habits, your beliefs, your emotional resilience, and your personal boundaries. And this is a spiritual rebirth. You must release the outdated version of yourself, the one tied to pain, fear, and self-protection. Because your future spouse is aligned with the next version of you, the version of you who is centered and grounded, feels safe within themselves, welcomes change, embraces support, trusts life, and chooses joy over fear. This relationship comes in when you are ready to step into your power, your truth, and your higher timeline. So you aren't being held back, you are being prepared. Your future spouse is not blocked from entering. Your soul is simply clearing space so that the connection can flourish without old burdens interfering. And this love requires a healed heart, a surrendered mind, a strong foundation, a supportive soul tribe, and a transformed self. So once these burdens are released, your union flows in naturally, peacefully, and beautifully. Okay? Yeah. So that was all. That's where I'm ending your reading for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me till the end. If this message resonated, give this video a thumbs up, share, let me know in the comments which pile you chose. Also, currently my personal readings are open. For that, you can check the description box below. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more enlightening messages. So I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's find out today what burdens do you need to release before your future spouse enters your life. So we have pleasure, High Priestess, Five of Wands, the Moon, Leadership, and finally we have Healing. Okay, so as usual, first let's check which signs that this reading is for you. You have been struggling to trust your intuition lately, even though you normally feel spiritually connected. I also see that your mind feels noisy, overthinking, second-guessing, or feeling unsure about the future. It's like you were caught between what feels good and what feels safe, unsure if you deserve pleasure, joy, or softness. You also have been dealing with internal conflict. Part of you wants love, part of you fears losing yourself in it. You sense hidden fears or emotional patterns surfacing at night or during moments of solitude. You have been stepping into a leadership role, guiding or supporting others even when you don't feel fully ready. You are also a natural healer, helper, or empath who tends to take care of everyone else first. You are learning to put yourself first, but still feel guilty about it. You know you are meant for a powerful, purpose-aligned relationship, but something inside you feels unprepared. Your dreams, intuition, and spirit guides have been trying to communicate with you more intensely. So if several of these resonate, you may proceed. I feel like this group has one of the deepest emotional layers. Before your future spouse enters, the universe is guiding you to release fears, internal conflicts, and subconscious patterns that block you from receiving the love and pleasure you deserve. Your very first message is to release the guilt around receiving pleasure, love, and softness. One of your deepest burdens is the belief that you need to earn comfort, joy, affection, or emotional fulfillment. You have been conditioned to put others first, be the strong one, handle everything alone, sacrifice your desires, deny yourself softness because there's more important work to do. But your future spouse's energy is deeply nourishing, emotionally fulfilling, and joyful. So to align with this love, you must release the belief that pleasure is selfish or unsafe. So your soul is currently learning that you deserve joy, you deserve affection, you deserve to receive as much as you give, and you deserve a relationship that feels like a sanctuary, not a battlefield. So let go of the burden of withholding goodness from yourself. Also, you need to release the habit of ignoring your intuition. You are far more intuitive than you give yourself credit for. Yet you often dismiss your inner knowing, seek external validation, question your instincts, or remain silent even when your spirit is speaking loudly. Your future spouse is spiritually aligned with you. The connection is intuitive, soul deep, and guided. To attract this relationship, your inner voice needs to be honored again. Because your intuition isn't too much, it's your compass towards love. So the burden you must release is the fear of trusting yourself. You already know what kind of love is meant for you. Your soul just needs permission to believe it. Also release inner conflict and the fear of emotional chaos. There is a battle inside you. A part of you craves love while another part pushes it away. This inner conflict shows up as overthinking, indecision, clashing priorities, fear of being vulnerable, fear of losing control, fear of being disappointed again. Your future spouse cannot enter while you are still fighting yourself internally. Because this relationship requires inner harmony, emotional alignment, and peace within your mind. So you must release the burden of fighting battles inside your own heart. When you stop arguing with your desires, love flows to you naturally. Also, you must release subconscious fears and delusions. Your soul is holding on to deep subconscious fears, fears that you may not even express aloud. These fears might include fear of abandonment, fear of betrayal, fear of repeating past patterns, fear that love will change you too much, fear that you are not fully ready. These fears create illusions, situations that look scary but are actually projections of past wounds. Your future spouse cannot step into a version of you that is still living through yesterday's shadows. So this phase of your life is about revealing what's hidden, facing emotional truths, accepting uncertainty, and trusting the path even when you can't see every step. So you must release the burden of expecting danger where there is none. Also, you need to release the doubt that you are meant to lead, guide, or shine. You are a natural leader, even if you don't fully embrace it yet. People look up to you. They seek your wisdom, your presence, your emotional strength. But you often dim your light because you fear judgment. You fear responsibility. You fear being too much. Or you fear outshining others. Your future spouse is drawn to your power, your confidence, your wisdom, your inner radiance. They are meant to walk beside a partner who shines. So release the burden of shrinking yourself. Your love story requires you to step into your full power. Also release emotional exhaustion from always being the healer. This is a powerful theme in your spread. You have spent so long healing others, supporting others, listening to others, lifting others, guiding others, but you rarely receive the same support back. You carry emotional exhaustion like a silent weight. Your future spouse's energy is restorative. They want to pour into you, nurture you, hold space for you. So to attract them, you must release the burden of being the strong one all the time. They believe that you are only valuable when you are helping others. The tendency to carry other people's pain. So this is the time to heal yourself. Let the universe replenish you. Let the people show up for you. Let love be a place where you rest, not where you work. So your future spouse is aligned with a version of you who trusts their intuition, embraces pleasure without guilt, is no longer fighting inner battles, has outgrown their subconscious fears, stands in their leadership and spiritual power, and allows themselves to be supported, nurtured, and healed. The burdens you release now are clearing space for a love that is deep, intuitive, healing, and spiritually guided. So you are not behind, you are just being prepared. Okay? Yeah, so that was all. That's why I'm ending your reading for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me till the end. If this message resonated, give this video a thumbs up, share, let me know in the comments which pile you chose. Also, currently my personal readings are open. For that, you can check the description box below. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more enlightening messages. So I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. So let's find out today, what burdens do you need to release before your future spouse enters your life? So we have adventures, judgment, Page of Cups, strength, power, look in a book. Okay, so as usual, first let's check which signs that this reading is for you. You have been restless or feeling a strong desire for new experiences, growth, or adventure. You tend to overanalyze your past choices and carry guilt or regret. You feel a curiosity and tenderness in your heart, but hesitate to express it. You have been learning to trust your inner strength, courage, and resilience. You are starting to step into leadership or personal power, but aren't fully confident yet. Books, messages, or signs from the universe seem to provide guidance when you need it most. You are also seeking a love that is courageous, joyful, and supportive of your personal growth. You feel the call to balance freedom and responsibility in relationships. You sense that a part of you must fully trust your intuition before love can flow in. You are ready to meet someone who aligns with your highest self and your adventurous spirit. So if 3 or more of these points resonate, then you may proceed. I feel like your soul is preparing for a deep, radiant partnership. But to meet this person fully, there are burdens that must be released, which are emotional, mental, and energetic. This isn't a small shift, but this is about creating space for authentic, fearless, and joyful love. First, you need to release the fear that love limits your freedom. You might be carrying the belief that love will confine you, make you less adventurous, or force you to give up your personal dreams. You are being guided to see that the right love expands your life instead of shrinking it. So let go of the fear that intimacy equals restriction. Your future spouse will walk beside you, encouraging your growth rather than restricting it. Next, you need to release self-judgment and replaying past mistakes. You may have been harsh on yourself, replaying old regrets or believing you are not enough because of past choices. This judgment keeps your heart and energy tight, blocking the love you deserve. So it's the time to embrace your growth, accept your lessons, and honor the person you are now, not the one you used to be. Next, you need to release hesitation to express curiosity and vulnerability. There's a tender part of you that belongs to express feelings, creativity, and playful interest, but fears judgment or rejection. Your future spouse wants the version of you that is open, curious, and willing to feel deeply. So let go of the burden of hiding your softness. Vulnerability is magnetic and creates deep connection. Also, you need to release fear of fully stepping into your inner strength. You may downplay your courage, confidence, or leadership because you fear it's too much or intimidating. True power is calm, compassionate, and grounded. So to attract a partner aligned with your highest self, release the fear that your strength is dangerous. It is actually a beacon that draws the right love towards you. Also release old stories about how love should look. You may have inherited ideas about who should lead, who should chase, or how love must unfold. The right partner won't fit your old scripts. Release the burden of rigid expectations and trust that love will flow naturally when it aligns with your authentic self. Also, you need to release reliance on external guidance over your own wisdom. You may have been waiting for signs, books, or external confirmation before taking action. Your inner wisdom is already strong. The universe gives you mirrors to remind you to trust it. So practice looking inward, listening to your intuition, and allowing small signs to guide you without over-relying on them. Also release fear of making mistakes in love. You might avoid initiating connections, expressing feelings, or taking emotional risks because you fear rejection or failure. Love requires courage, the kind that grows with each small act of bravery. So release the burden of perfectionism and allow yourself to learn, explore, and open your heart gradually. Also release passivity and step into ownership of your love life. Waiting for love to magically appear may keep you stagnant. This is the time to clarify what you want, set boundaries, and take small intentional steps towards the love you desire. So release the belief that love happens only when you are ready. Readiness is a practice, not a condition. Also lastly, you need to release the fear of being fully seen. You may dim your light, hide your uniqueness, or suppress your joy out of fear of judgment. The person you are meant to meet will be drawn to your radiance. So release the burden of hiding yourself and step into the love that is attracted to your authentic, vibrant energy. So your future spouse is aligned with the version of you who trusts their intuition, embraces adventure and curiosity, expresses vulnerability freely, stands confidently in their strength, allows themselves to be seen fully, and takes ownership of their love life. So by releasing these burdens, fear, self-judgment, hesitation, rigid expectations, passivity, and hiding your light, you clear the path for a radiant, joyful, courageous, and deeply aligned love. The love that awaits you is not just safe, it's liberating, inspiring, and elevating. Okay? Yeah. So that was all. That's where I'm ending your reading for today. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to me till the end. If this message resonated, give this video a thumbs up, share, let me know in the comments which pile you chose. Also, currently my personal readings are open. For that, you can check the description box below. And you can also follow me on Instagram for more enlightening messages. So I'm going to be seeing you in my next video. Till then, take care and bye-bye.